Commodus, who ruled as Roman emperor from 180 to 192 AD, is perhaps best remembered for his unprecedented and scandalous participation in gladiatorial combats. His ventures into the arena were a significant departure from the dignified and philosophical image his father, Marcus Aurelius, had cultivated for the imperial office. This exploration delves into the details of Commodus's gladiatorial exploits, his training, his performance, and the implications of his actions for both his reign and legacy. From a young age, Commodus exhibited a fascination with the spectacle of gladiatorial combat. This interest was unusual for a member of the imperial family, as gladiators were typically drawn from the lowest rungs of society, including slaves, prisoners of war, and criminals. The elite of Roman society, including the emperor, were expected to observe such combats from the stands, not participate in them. Commodus did not merely dabble in gladiatorial combat, he took it seriously and trained extensively. Historical accounts suggest that he engaged in rigorous training regimes similar to those of professional gladiators. He practiced with various weapons and honed his combat skills under the tutelage of experienced trainers. This dedication to training indicates that Commodus wanted to be seen not just as a symbolic participant, but as a competent and formidable fighter. Commodus's performances in the arena were grand spectacles designed to showcase his strength and valor. He participated in the games held in the Colosseum, the largest and most prestigious venue for gladiatorial combat in Rome. These events were highly publicized and attended by thousands of spectators, including senators, equestrians, and common citizens. Despite his training and apparent enthusiasm, Commodus's fights were far from fair competitions. He often fought against opponents who were significantly disadvantaged. These adversaries were usually injured, weakened, or otherwise incapable of mounting a serious challenge. In some cases, they might have been armed with wooden swords or blunt weapons, while Commodus wielded real weapons, ensuring his victory and minimizing any risk to himself. Commodus also engaged in staged hunts within the arena, where he would kill wild animals to demonstrate his prowess. According to Cassius Dio, Commodus once killed 100 lions in a single day. These displays were more about spectacle than genuine skill, as the animals were likely drugged or otherwise incapacitated to prevent any real danger to the emperor. The question of Commodus's actual fighting ability is complex. On one hand, his rigorous training and frequent participation suggest a certain level of skill. He was physically strong and capable of performing the tasks required in the arena. On the other hand, the highly controlled and staged nature of his combats means he was never truly tested against a worthy opponent. Thus, while he may have been competent by gladiatorial standards, his true prowess remains debatable. Commodus did kill some of his opponents in the arena, although these killings were not the fair and noble combats that traditional gladiatorial contests aspired to be. The deaths were part of the orchestrated spectacle meant to entertain the masses and reinforce Commodus's image as a powerful and heroic figure. This practice, however, was viewed with disdain by the Roman elite, who saw it as a degradation of the emperor's dignity and the sanctity of the gladiatorial tradition. Commodus's gladiatorial exploits had significant repercussions for his reign and legacy. Among the general populace, Commodus's performances were initially popular. The masses enjoyed the spectacle and saw it as a form of entertainment. His portrayal as Hercules and his participation in the games resonated with the common people's love for heroic imagery and mythological symbolism. The Roman Senate and the upper classes were horrified by Commodus's actions. They viewed his participation in the arena as a gross violation of imperial dignity and decorum. This disdain contributed to a growing rift between the emperor and the elite, undermining his authority and respect. The cost of staging these elaborate spectacles and paying for Commodus exorbitant fees for each appearance placed a significant financial burden on the imperial treasury. This extravagant spending exacerbated the economic difficulties of the empire. Commodus' actions in the arena were emblematic of his broader tyrannical tendencies. His obsession with personal glorification, coupled with his neglect of governance, contributed to the instability and decline that marked the latter part of his reign. Commodus's ventures into the gladiatorial arena remain one of the most notorious aspects of his reign. His participation in these combats, while providing short-term entertainment and glorification, had long-lasting negative effects on his reputation and the stability of the Roman Empire. His actions blurred the lines between emperor and entertainer, diminishing the dignity of the imperial office and contributing to the perception of his reign as one of decadence and decline. Through this lens, Commodus's gladiatorial exploits serve as both a fascinating and cautionary chapter in the history of ancient Rome.